Yo, what's going on? Scotty Eaton, aka Scott Free, and I wanted to make this quick video as another reminder to all targeted individuals everywhere, regardless of where you're located. If you've been following me, you know that recently I did go to Washington, D.C. for the Targeted Justice Rally. That was October 18th through the 22nd or 23rd. And I did book a meeting with one of my local district House representatives in Congress. I was able to talk to Mickey Sherrill. Wasn't actually her, but her direct assistant, David Michaels, who's involved in a lot of day-to-day with Congress and everything. So at least I was able to get a meeting with the assistant at the Longhorn office building, right across from the White House, and that went extremely well. I talked about it in another video of mine, just letting everyone know how the weekend was, how the rally was overall, and how the meeting went, and it was great. He was very responsive. I presented nothing but the facts at first. I handed him a brochure that I had from another rally from New York City back on the 29th of August, which was National Targeted Individual Day. So right away I presented him with the facts. He listened. Not once did he look at me like I was crazy. Made sure that, you know, I was well spoken and I knew what I was talking about. I told him about what we were doing, how everyone came from all over the United States, not just my area. And there's people as far as Colorado, South Dakota, and a lot of people went through a lot of trouble to get there. So he listened to everything I had to say. He even wrote down notes, and he was very also empathetic in everything we're dealing with. He even apologized that me and every other TI around the world are going through the things that we are dealing with. So he told me that he would do what he can. I haven't spoken with him since. I still have his email. I told him I'd be in touch. So that reminds me, I might as well send him an email to see if he's actually been able to talk to anyone since then. But I wanted to make this one about just reminding everyone and getting the word out that wherever you are in the U.S., I'm not sure how it is in other places around the world, but anyone in the U.S. can always go to their local town council meeting and speak up and speak out against this and let the people there, the council members, know what is going on. And if you are somewhat hesitant, you're thinking that for whatever reason you don't want to do it, you might look crazy in front of these people, who cares? I want to remind everyone that Richmond, California did exactly that. And guess what? I don't know how long it took them, but they were able to convince them and also get help from another mayor in the area. I'm not sure if it was the Richmond one or another mayor, but they were able to present their argument, get the councilmen to listen. The mayor was on their side as well, since California is also one of the only states trying to present a bill to Congress to help end targeting as well. So this is a very simple thing that anyone can do, and Richmond, California was able to do it. They actually got the police department on their side, and they were able to have the police form an actual TI task force that's, you know, like anything, like a narcotics task force, like a homicide task force, that any group of police officers get together and specifically deal with a certain type of crime. And it's great news for all of us to know that it's already been done in Richmond, California. So anyone that's hesitant should just know that off the bat. It's already been done. If you can present the facts and you're well-spoken, and even better, if you can have other TIs in your area go with you, you know, if you're not by yourself or other people, there's always strength in numbers. But even if you're by yourself, you can always present the facts to the council members, and whatever, if they look at you crazy, okay, I'll see you at the next meeting. A week or two later, you're there. You say the same thing over again. They can still say, oh yeah, you're crazy, whatever. Okay, I'll see you guys back in another week or two. It's the same thing as writing letters, making phone calls, any type of activism, protesting you can do. After a while, people are gonna have to listen to you. And if you can present the facts that this is already being done, Michigan is also the only state that I believe currently outlaws all types of electronic harassment. So this has already been documented. The U.S. patents are there. Everything is slowly being exposed. It's on the news. It's been on CNN. Finally, they started to take them serious. Oh, yeah, what do you know? It took the word of actual U.S. diplomats for them to do it. But regardless, it's been on the news. Another historic fact that I told David Michaels at our meeting at the Longhorn office was that it's also been done, I believe, in the Gulf War. I gotta double check. I could be wrong, but one pretty big, significant war where the V2K weapon was used, and it's similar to, the nickname to it, the Voice of God weapon. They were able to convince the enemy that Allah was speaking to them, and they surrendered. So this stuff is fact that has been documented that you can bring along with you. Even if you don't have any paperwork or anything on paper, you can always just show anyone your phone. You can Google. There's articles coming out every day of this technology. All types of websites, scientific websites, news websites, everywhere. But you could even bring up YouTube and show them the video that CNN broadcasted when they talked about the U.S. diplomats that were hit with directed energy weapons. So after a while, they're going to start to listen. I can also speak from experience because after 9/11, a good friend of ours, I used to ride BMX bikes growing up, and the best guy that we all looked up to that got us into riding, his name was Joe Tizio, God rest his soul, and he was just not only the best rider, but the best guy all around that all of us ever met. He was the perfect role model. He passed away in a motorcycle accident about a week after 9/11. A week before 9/11, around September 2nd. And we started to go to council meetings to try to get the town of Bloomfield, New Jersey to build us a skate park in his memory. At first they said no, they didn't want to hear us, but guess what? We kept on going. We stayed consistent. Every week or two, at every meeting, we were there. And after a while, they had to take us serious and listen. It took a few years, but guess what? We got it done. We got them to build a big skate park in the middle of Bloomfield by Foley Field Memorial Park, and it's in his name, and it's great. It's great for the kids. It gives the young kids something to do. They're not, less likely to get involved in drugs or gangs or any other negative activity, and it's a great thing for the whole entire town and community. So that's just an example of what going to your council meeting can accomplish. So that's it. I just wanted to remind any TI out there to start doing this. I am going to obviously practice what I preach. I'm going to be attending my next council meeting in my town of Bloomfield. I believe it's December 16th on 6 or 7. I gotta double check the schedule. But yeah, anyone, regardless of the town you're in, anybody can look up the town they're in, look up the location, most likely by the courthouse or police department, and anyone can go and you can speak whatever you want, any problems, any opinions, and they're gonna have to listen. So I encourage everyone to start doing that. Every single town that we can get this accomplished is only helping us in the long run, short term and long run. So get out there, go to council meetings. If you're unable to do any other type of activism, if you can't make it to DC or any other rallies, you can't make it to a city where they have a big protest on TI Day, you can still do something. So please, everyone, get out there. Don't just email and write letters. Actually go so they see you, they get familiar with your face, and they're going to have to start listening to your story sooner or later. So I encourage everyone to look up their local town council meetings and start going. Hopefully we can get TI Task Force to pop up in major cities, smaller cities, everywhere over the country. So that's it. I just want to make a reminder to everyone to start doing that. And I will also make more videos when the meeting comes, and I'll let everyone know how it goes. So please, everyone, get out there and start fighting. You can either stand up for something or you can fall for nothing. It may sound cliche, but it's very true. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate everyone in the comments. Anyone who watches, likes the video, and anything, subscribing, thank you. I've been getting new subscribers all the day, every day now, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you, stay tuned, and I will be back later.